Meet June Chu, Dean of Pearson College at Yale University. You know, that prestigious Ivy League college that brought you such memorable moments as...
Here for all, stay quiet! For all Gilman students. You understand that? As your position as master, it is your job to create a place of comfort and home for the students that live in Silliman. You have not done that. By sending out that email, that goes against your position as master. Do you understand that? Then
no, I don't agree with that.
Then why the fuck did you accept the position?
Because
Who the fuck hired you?
I have a different
You
vision
should
than you.
step down! If that is what you think about being a master, you should step down! It is not about creating an intellectual space! It is not! Do you understand that? It's about creating a home here! You are not doing that!
You're supposed to be our advocate!
You should be at the event last night when you hear her Franco say that she doesn't know how to create a safe space for her freshmen in Silliman! How do you explain that? These freshmen come here, they think this is what Yale is? Do you hear that? They're gonna leave, they're gonna transfer because you are a poor steward of this community. You should not sleep at night. We're out, we out. You're disgusting.
Ah yes, home to America's finest. Well, June Chu has not only joined the Yale elite, but she also joined the Yelp elite, according to the Yale Daily News. In fact, Chu was so proud of this achievement, she announced it in a letter to students in the residential college. So some industrious Yale students went to take a look at Miss Chu's fantastic work. And what did they find? Well, they found that Miss Chu has quite the acid tongue when it comes to her reviews. Here's a sample. To put it quite simply, if you are white trash, this is the perfect night out for you. This establishment is definitely not authentic by any stretch of any imagination, and perfect for those low-class folks who believe this is a real night out. Oversalted and greasy food. Side note, employees are Chinese, not Japanese. So I have a couple of issues with Ms. Chu's review. First, Ms. Chu's comments appear to reflect an attitude of elitist snobbery combined with a healthy dose of racism. Second, she's doing what I call Asian-splaining. See, she thinks she needs to explain that the staff are Chinese, not Japanese. I dare say most people going to that restaurant probably don't give a shit. They just went out for some Japanese food. But Ms. Chu wants to demonstrate her superior knowledge. Now, I can instantly recognise Japanese or Thai when spoken, but I'm not that big of an asshole that I feel the need to point it out when I go to a restaurant. And I think most people who've been overseas and sampled authentic cuisine know that it's often difficult when you get back home to find the real deal outside of major metropolitan areas. I mean, what'd you expect, Chu? I think you just like shitting on people for your own sense of superiority. Now here she is again having a go at her favourite piñata, white people. Oh, did I just culturally appropriate a Mexican tradition? Remember, I'm Asian, Chu wrote. Well, I doubt anyone forgot that given that you have your picture on your profile. I know mochi. These are not good and overpriced. They are ice cream mochi which are small in size and easily become freezer burned if not stored well. I guess if you were a white person who has no clue what mochi is, this would be fine for you. Yeah, you dumb crackers. Now, it turns out that Miss Chu is also not a member of the fat acceptance movement. Good Lord, talk about idiocy and incompetence. Why the hell in this day and age would there be no separate line for just tickets? So what they have is barely educated morons trying to manage snack orders for the obese and also try to add 7+7. Now, unfortunately, Miss Chu has deleted her Yelp account, so I can only speculate that she's a little ashamed by all this. But there is a Word document with screenshots that I will link to below. In that document, you'll find more food critiques, and she's also got a few not-so-pleasant things to say about a local gym in the area. So she's a real piece of work, but apparently she's a big fan of cultural diversity, just not the kind of diversity offered by white trash culture. And of course, the university didn't think she should be punished because minority privilege. Here's the Yale College Dean, Jonathan Holloway. I've not asked for her resignation, and neither has Pearson College head Stephen Davis. She's terribly sorry, and I think she's doing exactly the right thing by saying, I've learned from this. Yeah, you've learned not to air your bigoted opinions in public. I want to stand by all of you, and I hope that you'll stand by me as well. Well, I'm sure the university would have stood by a white male professor who made such comments about any other group. Actually, what we've really learned is this is a bitter, resentful elitist who looks down her nose at average Americans, and she's probably one of those people that wonders how Donald Trump got elected. But she's not as bright as she thinks she is. She was the one that informed her students of her Yelp status. I mean, what'd she think was going to happen? Perhaps it's a sign of the times that she thought she'd be praised for her bigotry. Maybe she was auditioning for a position on the Young Turks. I mean, she's got the right politics. Now, for the record, as a believer in free speech, I think Ms. Chu's entitled to say exactly what she thinks about anyone she likes in public. And I wouldn't call for her sacking, but it appears that the university must be feeling some heat because we learned in today's Yale Daily News that she's been put on leave. Under criticism for Yelp reviews, Pearson Dean Chu placed on leave. Pearson College Dean Jun Chu, whose insensitive Yelp post drew criticism earlier this week, has been placed on leave and will not participate in commencement activities. So why the change of heart? Well, it appears that Miss Chu has a little difficulty with the truth. Davis, who defended Chu on Saturday, explained this morning that Chu had assured him and other Yale administrators that she had only posted 2 troubling reviews. After discovering multiple reprehensible posts, he said he could no longer envision a path forward with Chu as dean, having lost trust in her ability to oversee the residential college and lead students. Well, I'd say that's a classic case of reap what you sow, Miss Chu. Anyway, what do you think? Has Miss Chu learned her lesson, or does someone with that much of a superiority complex take her bigotry with her wherever she goes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, and by the way, if you donate $1 or more on Patreon, you'll be able to see my interpretation of Ms. Chu's apology letter as part of the original content offered to patrons. I'll see you next time.